Hey guys, in this video, let's talk about the tech that I use every single day as a doctor. And if you're new around here, my name is Yath, I'm a junior doctor here in England. So the first piece of tech that I use every single day, and one piece of tech that if I didn't have, I probably wouldn't be able to do my job, is my mobile phone or my smartphone. This is something that I use every single day, and there are so many use cases for it. For example, at work, I use it to sort of message colleagues about non-confidential information, so that's information that doesn't involve any patient information. I also use it to access a lot of apps, and these are apps that allow me to do my job. So there's an app that allows me to look up any drug and see how I should be prescribing those drugs. I also use another app to contact different teams within the hospital, and this is really key because a lot of our work involves working with other teams. Also, just like this, there are so many different apps that I can use on my phone, and all of this really enables me to do my job properly and do my job safely. So having a smartphone around is really handy, and I definitely use it every single day as a doctor. So the second piece of tech that I want to talk about are my AirPods Pro. I'm really happy that I bought these, and I'm really happy that I made that investment because they provide me with so much value. So every single day there are parts of the day where I might be in a loud environment, or I might decide to go to a cafe to do some work, and I found that having AirPods Pro meant that I could literally work wherever I wanted. I can turn on those noise cancellation features and immediately get focused. I also find that generally when you have noise cancellation, the audio quality is just so much better, whether you're having a phone call, a Zoom call, or whether you're just listening to music on the go. Everything is a lot more clearer, and you remove all of that background noise that doesn't need to be heard. So they are such a fantastic investment to me, and I'm very surprised by the quality of them. The next piece of tech that I want to talk about is the Kindle, and the Kindle for me was a game changer. So I think about 2 years ago I was convinced to buy a Kindle by Ali Abdaal in one of his newsletters, so I bought one, and ever since I've gained so much value from it, and it's been able to allow me to do so many things. So when you have a Kindle, you realize that it's very portable, it's very lightweight, and you can pretty much slip it into anywhere, and also the battery life is so good. It lasts about 2 to 3 weeks, and that is just fantastic. And when you realize you have this resource, it makes reading a lot easier because you can just whip out your Kindle anywhere you are and get cracking on a book that you're maybe halfway through, or maybe you just have 5 or 10 minutes and you can just get cracking with a book. And the beauty of having a Kindle is that your books are stored everywhere, whether you're on the iPad or whether you're on the mobile phone, so you don't actually need the physical Kindle itself. And so for me, that's why the Kindle is such a good device, and it also makes note taking so much more easier. So I think when you read a lot of non-fiction books, as I do, one of the things that's going to really help you to gain the most amount of value from those books is taking notes, highlighting, and then reviewing those notes in the future. I think that's something that a lot of people will miss because they read paperback books and they'll read it once, and then 2 or 3 weeks later you'll forget about everything that you've read about, and then you just go about your normal life. But when you take notes and when you take highlights and when you review them, such as using an app such as Readwise, then you'll sustain that information for a lot longer, and you'll constantly be reminded of the lessons that you once learned from reading a book. So the next thing that we need to talk about is my Apple Watch, and for me, to be honest, I do use it every single day, but I won't say it's been a life-changing product for me, or I won't say it's added so much value to my life. Honestly, I could get away with just wearing a physical watch, and I don't think I would be missing out on much. Maybe it's just me, and maybe I still haven't figured out how to get maximum value out of my Apple Watch. I've had an Apple Watch for about 4 years now, and honestly, I can't really explain to you why, but for me, it's just like, yeah, you see a few notifications, yeah, you can track your time, and yeah, you can have a few widgets, and yeah, when you're in the gym you can track your workouts and stuff. But for me, all of those numbers haven't ever meant too much to me. Tracking how many calories I burnt in a workout, or tracking how many hours I worked out each week or each month, that doesn't really add much value to me. For me, it's kind of things I feel. If I go to a gym and I feel like I've exhausted myself, if I feel like I've really worked myself, and if the next day I have really sore muscles, or those things you can feel. And for me, those are the things that I track, and those are the things that add value to my life, and these numbers don't really mean much to me. So the reason why I still wear my Apple Watch is because obviously of that sunk cost. I've already bought it and I have it, so I wear it. So having spoken talking about these 4 things that I use every day, there are other things that I would use from time to time or most days, and those will be like my work laptop at work, my personal laptop in the evenings or the weekends, my iPad when I'm in bed or need to do some creative work such as drawing on Procreate, and yeah, you know, more peripheral items such as the camera, lighting and all of that kind of tech, which I will use from time to time to film videos, but I won't use every single day. So yeah, there are a lot more tech products in my life, but these are the 4 things that I think I use every single day, and those being the iPhone, the Kindle, my AirPods Pro and my Apple Watch. Having said all of this, I think there are 2 things to also realize here. I think technology is wider than the physical product. So technology is not just constrained to tablets and phones and laptops. It's also things like the internet and software and applications that we use. So technology is a lot wider than physical products, and there are so many things on the internet and so many apps that I use every single day that add so much more value to my life, and I think that's a nice area to explore. So do watch out for a future video on some of the apps and things that I use on the internet. And the next thing that I want to say is that although technology for the best part will improve our lives and will add to how we go about our lives, sometimes technology can also hinder us. It can stop us from realizing certain things in life, and it can stop us from living life to our fullest. So there are definitely certain parts of technology that I don't like, and certain parts of technology that I think is quite problematic as well. And I think that's another thing that I want to talk about in a future video, so do watch out for that as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button and let me know in the comments, what is your favorite piece of tech? What is the thing that you use every single day? And now with that being said, stay safe, stay happy, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.